Good morning, everybody. It is 6:34 a.m. If you don't like 4:30 a.m. wake up, you don't really like hockey. Welcome to all those of you who stayed up late last night to watch the overtime and shootout of the Colorado Avalanche Dallas Stars game. Thank you, Valeri Nichushkin, for bringing it home for us. Amazing shootout. Great goaltending from Wedgwood. Avs pull out the overtime victory. Well, let's hope for a good one here this morning. This is against Arapahoe Navy. They are ranked highly, possibly even number one. This is pool play, not single elimination. But we could definitely use a win after a loss to Steamboat 2-0 yesterday morning. We are underway. That is Bankert out there with Garvey and January, and you've got Rizé and Roman on D. Rizé on defense this morning. That's something interesting. In goal, Silas January. And I am Tom Boyd. I'm Alex's dad, and I'm really glad to have Jason with me again here. Jason, what do you think we got to do to improve on yesterday's performance?
I just felt like yesterday a little bit we were maybe a little bit too defensive-minded. Even seemed like we would kind of be defensive-minded in the offensive zone down by their goal line, just giving them a little too much time and space. So hopefully you see these boys on the forecheck really hard like we're seeing right out of the gate.
Yeah, they're doing it right now. That was awesome. Good hustle there. I think that was, that's Weinreich. He used to have the white gloves. That made him easier to pick out. I just realized he's got new gloves there, Jason.
Yeah, superstitious is a real thing.
All right, so heading out on the ice now is going to be Weinreich, Bastine, and Ryder Board. So these are just a little bit of a lineup shakeup too. And then you've got Bates and Coles out there on D. There's a good play there by Bastine to take away that opportunity in the slot there from Arapahoe. Did they keep it in? No. I think from the body language of the defender, the ref realized that was offsides. I'll take it.
I don't know. Hopefully Weinrich pays attention to that. That D was pretty aggressive. I like the idea of the chip and chase there.
Absolutely. Gotta be grateful these referees get up this early too. My goodness. State playoffs. This is pool play. Could definitely use a win, not only because it'll help us in the seeding for the next stage, the elimination stage, but also just to get back in our groove a little bit as that puck comes out and then not back in. Almost picked off there by Ryder Board. Big hit there from Bates and picked up by Bastine, who's back there playing in the defensive center role. Love to see that. Gorbold now bringing it around the boards. Picked up by Ryder. Nice defense there from Arapahoe. Good quick move there. They've got some moves, Jason.
They're doing a really good job of kind of taking away passing lanes.
So far, so good for Arapahoe on that, but we need Vail to break through. Can they? Not that time. Shot blocked by Gerbold, and first save of Silas January. He'll cover it up, and we've got 11:47 left in the first period. Things are underway. I think it's going to take a minute. These early morning games, you never know how your team's going to come out, especially in the first period,
Yeah, I like the awareness there by Silas, just recognizing, struggling to get the puck out of the zone and just kind of getting a whistle.
Let's see how this lineup does. This is Boyd, who picks it up right there. Boyd down the left-hand side. He's got it on his forehand. He's got Chopko on the far side. Chopko must be playing up. Chopko's got good speed. He's going deep in there, picked up by Boyd. Boyd trying to win that puck and hold on to it. Big, strong move by Boyd there in the corner, but Arapahoe comes away with it. Whiffs on it. Boyd picks it up again. He turns. He's heading toward the net, trying to control it. And Roman out there got Sucic on D with her, and Roman's going to send it deep with Chopko helping her out. Chopko goes to the half board, makes the play, and kept in there nicely by Sucic. Good pressure, and Boyd almost gets a hold of it again. There's Denton with good puck control, sending it deep. Boyd's going to be on the forecheck. Chopko's coming for the change. Arapahoe on the breakout. Into the neutral zone now they come. Sending it deep. Again, you've got Rizé and Sucic there. So I'm definitely sensing some lineup changes here as January now out there picking it up. Garvey's going to come onto the ice. He's going to wait for it around the left-hand side of these boards. Boyd's still out there. And now Garvey sending it up. Boyd will get his change. Out will come Banker. I think Boyd's playing center. I always want to call you coach because we coach so much together. I think Boyd's playing center and stuff, Coach. We're going to have to pay attention to these lineups. Coach TJ might have something up his sleeve here. Nice pass from Garvey to Banker and cut off, but Garvey will pick that up and cross the red line with it. Entering the zone, loses the handle. And Rizé with a nice play. Can he stay with it? Arapahoe comes away with it. Cole centering pass. Good coverage from Silas there. He had that covered. And a dangerous chance to no avail for Arapahoe. Center. He's all alone in the slot. Good play by Coles to get a stick on that one. January down low to help out.
This Arapahoe team is seems like they've got a lot of really good structure. You know, the typical kind of chip it around the boards and get around. They're well aware of that and looking for it. So Vale's going to have to really kind of dig down and play together, especially.
I didn't have a chance to watch a ton of yesterday's game, but one thing I've always noticed about this team is like when we pick our head up and make the easy pass, start connecting passes, we do better than when we get a little rushed and feel like every time we get the puck, we have to go straight up the ice with it and go straight toward the goal with it. Got to move that puck around, connect some passes, link it together, possess the puck. Hard to do against a team like this that puts that pressure on and closes those passing lanes. Now picked up there by Bastien. Bastien looking for Weinreich. Weinreich up the ice. He's got speed on his backhand, centering. And Ryder! That's blocked by a defender, but a good play there. Nice puck movement, as we just discussed. Roman and Bates back. Roman's going to skate it. Roman with speed, going toward the center. Gets a shot deflected up high off the glass, behind the net. She picks it up, trying to center it to Bastien, but Arapahoe comes away with it, gets it out to the neutral zone, and it somehow gets all the way down. They're going to wave off the icing. Chopko now behind the net. With speed. Hits his winger right back to Chopko. And that comes all the way out to the red line. Roman's going to get it and send it deep and get that change.
Great shift by Sawyer there.
I agree. Here comes Bastien. He's got Denton in front. He hits him, and it's a pile-up. Cleared away by Arapahoe. And Sucic and Rizé on D. Good back check there from Denton. Arapahoe with good stick handling and just strong block there from Rizé. Just took that puck away. And again, a dangerous spot. Again, Rizé blocking it away. Sucic now trying to get it up the ice and does to Chopko, who tries to tip it to Boyd but can't. This line is Boyd at center and Denton and Chopko. Picked up there by Rizé. Picks his head up. Nice D to D, over to Sucic. Into the neutral zone goes Sucic. Up to Chopko. Chopko sends it deep on net. Goalie doesn't cover it, so Denton gets the coverage. Boyd on the back check. Nice play by Garvey to cut that one off, and Boyd all the way back to pick that one up. He's going to turn it and almost gets it up there to Denton. So Arapahoe moves the puck around. Garvey going deep. Boyd out there. He's been out there a while. I know he wants to get that change, but also doesn't want to let Arapahoe get a free rush. So hard to know, especially when you're 12 years old and that's offsides, when to get that change. But good hustle there. It's going to be interesting, you know, Jason. Alex hasn't played a ton of center, but that's always it's a tough position to know where to be. We'll see how he does.
Yeah, there's definitely some responsibilities down in the defensive end that are different than the wingers. For sure, it'll be an adjustment. He's doing well so far, and
yeah.
I think for all our centers, you know, our defensive zone is going to rely heavily on the help down low with that center, for sure.
There goes Banker. January toward the net. Just goes past the goaltender there. Banker with a nice move to control that puck. Still holding on to it. Good pressure from Arapahoe. Fighting hard. There comes January to help out. Bankert comes away with it. That centering pass. Now Garvey on the backhand. Just goes wide. January. You got Roman and Coles back there on D, and Roman's got it. She's got a shot.
Yeah!
What a play!
That away, Sawyer. I was going to say earlier that Sawyer's just got a little bit of extra pep in her step this morning. Love to see it.
That last shift, you pointed out how well she was playing. She got a hold of that puck in the blue line and walked it in just like they coach it. If they're going to give you that space to let you go closer to the net, go for it. And boy, if you have a great shot, that helps too. Roman puts up Vail 1-0 with 6:29 to play after some good hustle, good puck movement, great forecheck. And you brought it up earlier, Jason. We've got a forecheck, take away their time and space. Man, we did it that time.
Yeah, and that all kind of started with, Bankert down below, working hard, getting those battles, and Arapahoe just kind of having to try to throw the puck out of the zone, and Sawyer able to step up there and get a great shot to the net.
Absolutely. Love to see it. Well, Arapahoe's a good team. They're not going to let us get away with this one easily, especially with so much time to play. Let's see if we can keep it up and not lay off the gas at all as Bates Gorwold picks it up. His D partner right now is Rosé, and that right there is rider board. That's offsides. Boy, no call there.
Well, it's not offsides if we bring it back into the zone.
Good call there, Coach. That's why we have you. So nice to have your hockey knowledge in there.
Oh, here we
As
go.
your son, Bastien, kicks it forward, and he's got help from Weinreich, who's playing winger today. Trying to unlock that speed of Dylan Weinreich, I think Coach might be thinking. And here comes Arapahoe with a shot blocked by Gorbold. The defense standing tall. Ryder comes away with it. Nice pass out to Weinreich, but it's bounced up and ahead. Weinreich's going to send it ahead and finish that change. Here comes the Chopco Denton portion of the line. Bastien's still out there with them. Bates Gorbold to pick it up in the corner. Now Chopco's going to help him out and come super low. Pick it up, whiffs on it. Now Arapahoe, but Boyd is out in time to pick that one off. There's center defenseman role right there, Jason. But he's got to stay low. He's going out to cover the point, which he's used to doing. It's not his role, really.
Yeah, that's where it gets tough.
Good possession from Boyd there. Gets it up to Chopko. Good look from Boyd. Dangerous. But as we just pointed out, right, the tendency, if you've been playing wing all year, is to go cover that point. That's actually not your role when you're a center.
A lot of times and I agree with it, you see coaches when they make that defensive to forward switch, they'll put the D just at the center position. One, they feel naturally a little bit more natural down low. But secondly, it's just go chase the puck. Just go hunt it down all over the ice.
There goes Boyd with it. Good puck control. Gets it off to Denton. Look at that. Good stick play. Good possession from Vail there. Can they hang on to it? Yes. Boyd gets it over to Denton. Denton with time in front. Goaltender poke checks it away from Denton. Nice work there from Boyd, Denton, and this line with Chopko, who, as you mentioned, he's a defenseman, but has played offense as well. He's kind of traded places with Rosé today, and so far so good.
Well, we've seen Chopko all year from the back end. Just, he's got that little bit of hunter in him. Sometimes he just goes and hunts that puck down. You see him just jumping from defense to offense.
First-year player, but boy, he's quick. He's really speedy.
He's got good instincts too. He's been a really solid player for us this year.
100%. There's Bankert with it. Nice win off that face-off. Bankert to Garvey. Garvey's sending it deep. They're talking to each other. I heard him say, meaning someone's got to chase that. And there's Gorbold trying to stop this rush after they get past Roman. Garvey coming all the way back, working hard against the boards to win that to January. That's the kind of play we need. Winning pucks off the board, winning those 50-50 pucks, which it sounds like yesterday morning we weren't doing as well as Bankert goes deep. Garvey now with pressure, and Rappo does a good job closing the gap on that one.
Yeah, it just felt like yesterday we didn't have the eye of the tiger.
Yeah, totally. I know what you mean. We looked pretty good this morning with 3:06 left in the first. Still 1-0 for that Roman goal. Bankert's been winning faceoffs. See if he can do it again. Arapahoe comes away with this one. January out there to pressure. Roman and Bates scoreboard on D. That should be an icing and will be. We need the win for the pool seeding, Jason, but also, like I said, we need to show we can beat these top teams. We can put our game together when we play our best. I think we've shown we can beat the number one team or whoever's seeded number one at the time. I think this would be a good confidence builder for us as we go into the elimination rounds later today or tomorrow.
That's what I was going to say. More than anything, the confidence thing. Not being able to score yesterday, obviously, doesn't help out confidence on the offensive side, but squad's working really well.
Great back check there from Bankert. Comes all the way around with it. Roman is going to get a hold of it, picks her head up, finds Garvey on the far side. Garvey now takes it deep. Garvey with speed. Oh, and he kind of gets taken down there. Arapahoe definitely using their body as they should to cut people off. But Bastien gets it. He's going to skate it in as the rest of his line gets a change. So good possession there. He's waiting and looking, trying to find Ryder. Now Coles deflected wide. Trying to send it in front is Weinreich, but it goes behind the net instead. And here comes Arapahoe the other way through the neutral zone. Good D from Coles there, sending him outside. Not following that puck, following the belly of the offenseman so that he doesn't get bedazzled by that good puck movement that Arapahoe is certainly capable of here. Jose banking it around to Bastien, who's going to ring it around the boards to Weinreich. Nice move by Weinreich to tip it over to Coles. Cole's going to send it all the way down for the icing.
I like the composure, getting the puck out of the zone there.
One of the tougher things I always felt like in hockey is playing wing. You get that pass from the defenseman, and all of a sudden there's 2 or 3 guys on you. Weinreich has not played a ton of wing this year. Now he's at center, okay, with 128. He's going to take this face-off. But winning that puck off the wing and getting it off can be tough. Weinreich did a great job with it there on that last one. Sutic over to Roman, picked off. Centering pass blocked by Sutic.
I think that was just good awareness between Wes and Dylan, just realizing one's a lefty, one's a righty, and winning face-offs on your backhand is a little bit easier. So looks like Wes is still at the center spot.
Yeah, just took the face-off and went right back to right wing, did Weinreich. Shot and save. It's loose in front. Cleared. Oh, and that shot is just wide as Silas January poke checked it way out, and Arapahoe had a wide open goal chance. Then that tip goes wide. Picked up by Bastien. Good play there. Trying to send it out, but it's picked off. Shot is blocked by their own player. And Ryder with a nice look over to Weinreich. Weinreich now with speed up the middle. He's got a lot of blue around him. He's going to take it wide on his forehand. Center into Bastien. And it just is off the tip of his blade. Good try there with under 30 seconds to play in this first period. Still a 1-0 lead. Bastien now gliding into that forecheck. Here comes Rosé and Denton on the back check. Denton picks it off. Now Arapahoe. Bastien, he's got time. He's going to nice headman pass over to Chopko. Bouncing puck. 7 seconds to go. Rosé's got just enough time to maybe get one off here. Gets the shot. And it's a glove save with 0.6 seconds left. All right.
I was about to cover both of our mics and yell, shoot.
I know.
Great job by Nolan getting that one off.
So, real quick face-off here, and that'll do it. All right. Good first period.
Hey, lots of hustle. This is a good team. They're going to get their opportunities, but I thought Vail did a really good job defensively. They might have had some possession, but Silas didn't really have any, tons of pressure on top of them. Just had to make a few key saves, which seemed pretty relatively easy for him today.
Yeah, there were a couple dangerous plays by Arapahoe, right? Bringing it kind of into that slot area between the hash marks there, the 2 circles with the D on it every single time, getting sticks and lanes, blocking shots, pushing them outside. And then I think compared to what we saw yesterday, just better possession, holding on to that puck a little bit better. But you can almost, like, the canary in the coal mine is that possession. Are we holding on to the puck and moving it passing it back and forth, or is it bouncing around and turning into this kind of ping-pongy type game? We do so much better when we can settle that puck down and move it around, connect the dots with one another. We're doing that today.
Yeah, I thought there were a lot of examples of, composure, even especially from the wingers coming out of, the breakout. They're getting pucks that are thrown around the boards. Those are hard to handle, and a lot of times you just, as that winger, feel like I got to get this, getting it out of the zone is the first thing. And a lot of times you see that hot potato move right there, and we're seeing some composure. These guys getting their head up, realizing they got a second or two and making the right play. And on the other end of the ice, I've been really happy with the forecheck. They're getting in there. They're able to cause some disruption down below their goal line, and forcing another team to go the full 200 feet, is what we're going to need to do pretty much here on out.
It's great to see. And I wonder, too, thinking as I see these different lineups, I mean, I don't know that this line with Alex at center and Denton at left, Chopko at right, we haven't seen all year. We've seen Rosé, who can play up and back, playing D. Chopko's up. Like, there's been a mix-up, and sometimes, like, that'll reset a kid's head of, like,
absolutely,
where are we at in this game and what should I be doing?
Well, and in addition to that, if you've got a lot of familiarity, right, with one thing, you kind of think in one channel, and this throws a wrench into all of that, and maybe just go back and get back to, some basics and see if you can find some chemistry elsewhere and
force you to rethink.
Simplify your game a little bit.
Yeah.
Just get after
pick up
it.
There. Oh, and Boyd and Chopko destroy each other behind the net. There's maybe a little little bit of the drawback of the new Oh, and here comes a 2-on-1 the other way. Denton is back, fortunately. And Denton on the back check makes an excellent play, chips it to himself, and then Roman's gonna help get it up to him again. He's trying to get it up to Chopko and does. And it's Chopko and Boyd coming down the ice. They just ran into each other. Can they connect this time? Positively, no. It's all the way back out to the neutral zone. Good D-to-D pass there from Rosé to Roman. Roman gets to the red line, fires it deep. Boyd's going to go on the forecheck. He's got Chopko with him. Glad both those boys seem like they're okay after a pretty heavy collision behind the net.
They're still built out of rubber.
Yeah, that's right. And that one covered up.
That was a little aggressive.
Yeah.
To not even get a talking to, or
the refs,
a little surprised by that one.
Refs should let him know that's covered up by the goalie there.
One of the things on that back check by Sage Denton, the kind of indirect communication between Sage and the defender there, it was great that Sage did not go to the puck. He went to the guy without the puck, which then lets that D know.
Garvey shot wide.
It lets that D know, let me go and attack the puck and, have that comfort that other player's covered. And Sage Denton just did that absolutely perfectly.
Yeah, that was great. And good D there from Coles to stop this one. But here they come from the point, picked off by Coles. Oh, and he was looking for January, kind of like being a quarterback, and you're thinking your wide receiver is going to cut left, and he goes on the poster out instead. So that one goes all the way down for icing. Equipment malfunction. Now Suchic's just adjusting that sock. Getting those gloves back on. Bankert at center. Out there with January and Garvey. He wins it back to Coles, who's out there with Suchic. Oh, that D-to-D's off the net. And so Coles goes the other way. Picks up to January. January trying to clear it out. That's that clogging of lanes that Arapahoe does well. Garvey going hard. Well done. Picks it up. Chips it ahead into the neutral zone, but again, picked off. And here goes Suchic trying to get a tip of it forward. Covered nicely by January and Bankert. Bankert, well played there. Using his body just enough to stop the player without getting that check-in. And another collision, that time Bankert and January and offsides.
Yeah, this team, against a team like Arapahoe, you're not going to have much time and space. So, there's got to be a little bit of a mental time clock that I've had this for 2 seconds and I'm not moving quickly up the ice. I'm probably running out of time here.
That's the key, is when you're playing these good teams, they take away your time and space. Can you still possess it? Well, good possession there from Rosé with a nice headman pass. Oh, and Weinreich couldn't handle it, so it's coming back the other way. That was a rifling shot pass from Rosé. Good look, though. That's the kind of connection we want to make, and let's see if we can keep trying it. Good pressure from Weinreich, forcing the pass, and that forces offsides. And we're taking away their time and space too, which we're doing pretty well today.
Which forces plays like that.
So much a part of the game of hockey. And the other thing we talked about, well, I guess it was Tyler's game. We were talking about it yesterday on our broadcast there, but there's that, where's the most of the play? You want to see it down in their zone as much as you can and force them to be tired when they do have to come out the other way. Let's see if we can get this puck out and down at the other end. Arapahoe working it behind the boards, behind the goalie, and Rosé chips it, blocks it. Bastien with a nice block, and he gets out of the zone, picked up by Weinreich with speed. It's a 3-on-1. Weinreich takes the shot, it's blocked. There's Bastien. Bastien then sending it to Weinreich behind the net. Centering! Now it's out to Roman. Roman walks it in and shoots it wide, but it's gloved down. Oh, man.
Wow, what a sequence there. It starts with a shot block. We get it out of the zone. I don't think Dylan realized he had kind of help trailing behind him. Tried to get something towards the net, probably looking for a rebound type thing, knowing that forwards were coming.
Still turned out pretty good there with another Roman blaster.
Great opportunities.
Boyd at the center position out there with Chopko and Denton, and Roman and Coles back there. Good work there to possess that puck. Good backhand from both. And another shot, rebound in front to Denton. And I was going to say Denton and Boyd both with a couple nice passes back to Roman, who got yet another shot. She's dangerous back there. Boyd working hard to possess that puck and not just throw it away, but he gets taken away that time. Now the toe drag attempt gets thwarted. Nice pass again there. And then Boyd over to Chopko, but it's a little off target. Coles has it across the red line, trying to get it deep. He gets taken down.
This line's had a couple solid shifts. Hopefully get rewarded here.
Absolutely. There's Denton picking it up. They're just trying to get it in the zone. This goes Denton. He's entering the zone. There's a lot of D back there. Boy, he almost gets through him. And he gets taken down from behind. That's got to be a call, and it's not. Boy, sometimes these refs I've noticed in this tournament just aren't raising their hands, at least in the Bantam division. I saw that yesterday. Denton just on fire today, almost pierces the defense again. And Boyd in the neutral zone, picking it up, looking to send it deep. I think he wants to change, but forecheck isn't quite there. Trying to put that pressure on and force an errant pass, but Arapahoe coming now into our zone against Rosé and Sutic to do a great job shutting that down. Garvey gets it up to January. January looking for help. Where is it? He's got 5 defenders and no help. There, finally, Boyd finally gets his change, and with all that speed, here comes Banker to help out. Rosé in the corner of our own zone. Coming out into the slot, loose puck, turn, shot is not a lot of power, but well handled by Silas. And let's see if this line can get some coordination going. There's Banker's, but it's picked off. Now banged ahead. Now Garvey. Garvey looking, and another quasi-interference there. No call. Probably it would have been a soft call, but good pick up there by Sucic and allows Banker to come around with it with speed. He's going to send it up to Weinreich. Weinreich's going to send it back to Bates. He wants possession. That long stretch pass probably didn't have a lot of hope, but Banker's going to send it deep, and a good quick shift for him so that we can get fresh legs out. That's Bastien and Ryder Board out there now with Bates Gorbold on D with Roman. Weinreich's the other winger.
I'm starting to notice a little bit of frustration out of this Arapahoe team. I think if Vail can just kind of keep up with the pressure, I've seen some of their players punching the boards before they're going in. Weinreich kind of had a
Yeah.
A little interesting, his stick got caught in the player's cage there, and he was super mad about that. So kind of keep picking that scab, if you will, huh?
Mm-hmm. Some teams and some players will kind of break down emotionally if you challenge them, especially if they're used to winning without much resistance. And you bring that resistance to them here in the state tournament, all of a sudden they fall apart. Weinreich's coming off the ice, I think just because he's tired. But it's a little bit of an early change. We'll keep an eye on him. Taking down his Denton, but he wins it back, working hard. Gets away with the puck almost, but Gorbald sends it deep. And it's just kind of that back and forth along the board stuff. Bastien does a good job using his body to cut off the lane, and a good saucer pass, because you could not afford an interception there. There's some bouncing puck stuff going on here for Arapahoe, but again, Bastien back to help. Nice pass up to Denton. Denton down the right-hand side. He's got Ryder and Bastien with him. Denton around the outside with it. And there's Ryder. Ryder can't connect on that one, so here comes Arapahoe on the breakout. And again, another great back check from Bastien, which helps Roman make the play. Centering pass picked off easily by Coles. He's going to pick his head up. He's got some time and space. He's going to skate it. He's got some room. Coles coming down the middle. Gets it knocked away. Pulls back to Boyd, intercepted. No, he's going to send it to Denton now, who's deep. Boyd there to help. Gets that pressure on. That allows Chopko to pick it off. Now it's to Rizé on the point. Rizé with a big shot. Just wide. That was a good shot. Coles sends it deep to Denton. Denton with good pressure. Chopko picks it up. Trying to form that triangle. Good low to high. Another big shot. Is there a rebound? No.
This is my favorite stuff, right there. I was talking to a group of the team yesterday at lunch and just being like, don't you guys realize how good you are at battling in the corner when you're doing all that? Now why don't you just take all that effort and put it in front of the net? I was like, just get it up to the D and move that battle right to the front of the net.
That's a really good point. Boyd at center, he's got Garvey with him, and then Rizé, and that's blocked. Rizé gets it back. Rizé centering to Boyd, but he couldn't quite hang on to it. Boyd sends it all the way back to Sujic. Sujic does a good job winning that. Sujic now low angle shot, stopped. Pass is up and out, and Boyd picks it off. Boyd banks it to himself. Gets it again. Boyd now to Sujic. Sujic, oh no. Arapahoe's starting to put that pressure on.
Wow, the refs really are letting them play. Both ways, at least.
And that's a tackle, straight up tackle. Got to call something, otherwise this game can get out of hand, and it's tipped in front.
Oh, Silas!
Saved, and that one's in. Darn it.
Again, that's Arapahoe just, jumping on those passing lanes, and they weren't able to get the puck out of the zone. They were able to kind of pick that pass off right at the blue line and get that possession down low. And
I think there was a little bit of surprise that there was no call there, and it left us sort of flat-footed. You have to just play to the whistle. And there's a lot of bodies being thrown around now.
January's hurt. He's coming off.
January comes off for Ryder Board. Oh, and then now they're going to call it. All of a sudden, there's been 4 or 5 hits like that, but this is the one they're going to decide to call.
Yeah, it's a kind of shame when you kind of let the game start getting out of control, and then hopefully he'll reel it in on both ends.
He's getting a chewing right now. His father.
So 4:46 to play in the second. It's tied 1-1, and we're down a man. So these games can change quick. Ryder and Garvey out there with Roman and Coles. Garvey cuts it back nicely and is just going to bank it down as one should. Minute and 30 are the lengths of penalties in this league and this tournament. Good pressure from Ryder. Good job by Ryder. No ice, they call it. So Ryder is all the way down to get that one and does a great job fighting off the other player, winning that puck, getting it up to Garvey. And now they need to get back because it's a 3-on-2. Garvey hustling back. Coles and Roman on D. Coles sends him outside. Low angle shot off the side of the back of the netting, and Coles is going to pick it up. 42 seconds left in this penalty kill. And Coles is going to skate it all the way up, trying to get it to the red line so that he can get it deep. Good effort there. And now Garvey with time is going to send it deep. Good penalty kill.
Great individual effort there by Loden, for sure.
And this is turning into a Bantam-style game where the refs are letting them hit. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, it's like this game just got a double shot of some highly caffeinated
espresso. Yeah, because Bastien was straight up body check down here, and the refs, maybe because it's early in the morning, they're not really aware
Looks like we're going to get
of
a
what
bench
the rules
minor.
are, but I think we are going to get a bench minor here. And I think it's because Coach is trying to remind these refs that this isn't the Bantam divisions. I always wonder about that, if sometimes they forget what age group they're reffing. Bench minor.
I mean, this is a tough situation, and unfortunately, the referee is the judge, the jury, the policeman.
So for 10 seconds, it'll be 5-on-3. Then we'll have to kill another penalty. It's back to Bastien, who's going to ring it around the boards. Is it out? No, Arapahoe gets there in time. Shot. Silas sends it deep. Zay picks it up. He'll ring it around the boards. Shot is wide there, and Bankert's out of the net. So now Bankert, it's still 5-on-4. Arapahoe has the one-man advantage. Bankert on the odd man, or the man down rush, still on the penalty kill here, trying to center it over to Bastien. That puck comes up and out. Rosé's going to get a hold of it, bank it up, but it's offside, so that'll probably be intentional.
I'll take that offsides because I think there was a little bit of confusion on who the other defenseman's supposed to be on this penalty kill. So
I agree, because we have 4 out there, but 3 of them typically play offense. Bastien is going to go back to D. It's a position he's played before. And he'll force him to send it deep. That's Rosé in there chasing it. Now a little help from Bankert. Bankert, it's in his feet. And they got to form that box. Good save there from Silas. Puck's up high. Bringing it around now. Still 30 seconds on this bench minor. Oh, and Bankert had a chance to steal it. Good save by Silas. Rosé has it. He's going to send it all the way down. And probably a welcome whistle. Give everyone a second to figure out how we're going to come out of this. You and I talked about it, Jason. We saw the amount of body play that they were allowing and the penalties they were allowing that can lead to a game getting out of control. And it's not too hard to predict, but we gazed into our crystal ball and saw what did eventually unveil, which is a little bit of madness, high tempers, and it led to a bench minor as Coach tried to express some of the same sentiments you and I have as Coles clears it out to Boyd. Nice pass by Boyd there to Denton. Denton one-on-one. Still shorthanded, 5 seconds to play in this penalty kill. Denton with good puck control. And he gets pulled down. Thank you. Finally, we are going to see a penalty against Arapahoe that's gotten away with what some parents here are calling bloody murder.
And it's a slippery slope, and I kind of appreciate the referee that, he doesn't want to be the factor in this game. He's trying to let them play, get away with some stuff. I think that probably the only thing that he could have done is after he made that first call is kind of go over to both benches and say, hey, look, we got to reel this in on both sides. Yeah. And he didn't do that, and then...
Nice win there from Weinreich. It's all the way out to Roman, who has the goal today. She sends another one dangerously in front. Bastien now back to Coles. Coles' big shot is deflected high. Boyd's going to pick it up off the boards. He's out there with Weinreich and Bastien. We haven't seen this combo yet today. There's Roman back there. Roman over to Weinreich. Weinreich looking. Has a shot. It's off the side of the back of the netting. Boyd can't win that one, but it's kept in by Coles. Coles trying to get a deflection is Weinreich. Now Boyd across the ice to pressure. All three of these players out here have played center. I wonder if they know who's playing what. In the offensive zone, it matters a little less. It's just F1, F2, F3, and it'll come out to the neutral zone. Coles is going to pick it up. A minute to play here in the second, 1-1. Boyd looking and finding Weinreich, who then finds Bastien. Can he hang on to it? He does. Boyd goes for his shift. It's a nice pass to Weinreich. Garvey's going to jump in just in time to pick that up. Now, Weinreich to Garvey. Garvey with it. Low. Yeah! That was in the net!
All right. Hey. Big power play goal. Garvey, fresh off the bench, goes able to force a turnover, keep it deep. Takes the puck to the net.
As he came in there, Jason, I was thinking he's going to have to shelf it.
That's his favorite move from there. He's got a forehand, a backhand. He's got all kind of tools in the tool belt from that little tight angle.
That is an amazing goal from Dylan Garvey. Now he's out there with Denton, Bankert, and Garvey with Bates and Roman. And here comes Bankert now. Bankert with speed. Bankert down the middle, puts it on net. The rebound was loose and covered. So we're seeing all kinds of mixed up lines. I wonder at this point if coach just trusts everyone to know their job and is just putting out whoever happens to be ready.
We were able to kind of channel that energy in the right direction instead of getting into a back and forth and elbows, kind of taking that energy to the net.
That's a really good point. Here's a 3-on-2 the other way. 15 seconds. Roman makes the play. Now Denton with it behind the net. 7 seconds. Just got to get to the end of this period. There's a shot, but it's wide. And Vail comes out of the second period up 2-1.
Lots of good hockey. Lots of action. What a game. Vail's up 2-1 going into the third period. I love their energy. They're on the forecheck. We just saw, in that last sequence where Banker got the puck to the net and the goalie covered it, but we must have made 4 passes getting up the ice. We're finding the guys that got speed. That's going to be the formula for us to carry into the third period.
Yeah, I really like your point about keeping our heads and taking all that energy and that upset feeling of the way that the game was being called. I usually do also like a wide open game. I like the refs to kind of let things go a little bit. It's that boundary between letting the game get out of hand or not. We got the bench minor. We came out of it with our heads on straight, took that energy, turned it into not just hustle, mindlessly grinding up the net, toward the net, but moving the puck around. That's when we're always at our best, is when we're moving the puck around.
Yeah, we definitely do not need to kind of go into a defensive shell trying to protect this 2-1 lead. Need to keep kind of pushing that offense, trying to keep the puck in that end. They're obviously going to be sending their best our way, so we got to be ready to counter that for sure.
Yeah, and I was talking about it when I was doing Tyler's stream yesterday, but that idea of playing in their zone, not only, that's your scoring opportunity, they can't score from there, but then tire out their line so that when they do bring it out, they're too tired to do anything. They have to all go change. You grab the puck in your zone and send it the other way. You see it a lot in the higher levels of hockey where puck control is just, those guys are so good. becomes such a big part of the game is, can you keep that momentum in their zone, force them to be tired, to ice it, to fling it down the net, bring it right back in, and just keep grinding and grinding and grinding for those chances.
Yep, for sure.
Got a little bit of a pause here as TJ apologizes. The ref is smiling. That's a good sign.
See, I think that if this conversation would have happened halfway through the period after the Bankert penalty,
Yes.
But nonetheless, I don't even know that I wanted that because, one, we were able to kill off all those penalties and took some of that upset energy.
That's right. It ended up in our favor. Uh-oh, here they are all alone. Silas January makes the save.
What a big save by Silas. Those are the kind of, we're going to have to be very disciplined in our defensive zone. Can't get out of position, can't be running around. We got to stay efficient here.
And that adds to their frustration, too, to have chances like that taken away by great goaltending. Weinreich out there now with Bastien and Ryder Board. That shot is wide. And then Roman and Rizet are your deep pairings. Nice puck possession by Board, but it's picked off, and good save again by Silas. Here it comes up to Weinreich, who makes a good possession pass. Look at that puck movement. This opens up the ice. Look at how much room there is now. And then Weinreich can do the more easy pass up and out to Bastien, who gets it up to Ryder. Ryder just trying to get it into the zone. And the puck's bouncing around along the boards there. Kicked up by Sujic. Just came on the ice. Exits to the neutral zone. Vale goes for a change. And that's offsides. Boy, I don't know. That was the kid standing next to him. He points to him. He says, yeah, he was standing right next to me. I didn't see that kid. He sort of blended in over there. So now we're kind of back to the lineups we saw at the start of this game. You got Boyd out there at center with Denton and Chopko. You got Sujic and Gorbold back on D. 12:49 to play in this third period. Vale up 2-1. Boyd's going to possess it. Gets it up to Chopko. Chopko, again, possession being the number one order of the day. That's usually a good thing as Bates Gorbold tries to get it up to Denton. Denton now to Boyd. Can he get there? No, but Chopko can. He's going to possess it nicely. Look at that. That's all you got to do. Shield it just long enough to get it across the red line and send it deep as Denton and Chopko are F1 and F2. Boyd's F3. Boyd trying to chip it ahead now. Does. Chopko gets it. Uh-oh, but a little out of position in their triangle. Gorbold with a good shot is wide off the side of the net.
All day long do that. This line has been great at it. Work that puck low to high.
Denton to Chopko! Shot! Rebound!
I'm loving the effort down below the goal line by these guys. Just really great pressure.
And it's so great. You pointed this out earlier, but they're working that puck down low, and it causes the other team to sort of coalesce around them. Guess what opens up? The defense, the low to high, the pass back to the blue line. We've seen it a couple times from a couple of the different lines. Good shift there as now the Bankert line with January and Garvey. And that's back to Sujic. He's out there with Bates. And that's a good, dangerous shot there from Sujic. Gorbold bangs it down deep. Ringed around the boards. And kept in somehow by Sujic. January, what a move. He gets tripped. Blatant trip not called. Absolutely unreal. That's okay. We're going to keep moving on. There's a good play there by Sujic, who just got superly, unbelievably tripped. There's Garvey. Garvey sends it ahead to Bankert. Bankert's got January on the other side. Now Garvey's joining the fray. Bankert over to January, but it's a bouncing puck, and he can't settle it down. Now Bankert behind the net. He's looking. Where's he going to put it? Got a lot of pressure on him now. He gets pulled down. Now January on his backhand. Cuts it back. Nice move from January, but Arapahoe gets a hold of it. And then January, oh man. And no call there, as I think that was stick play from both players, so they let it go. A good play from, oh, boy, that was Bates sending him outside. Arapahoe did a nice job to somehow center that. Now this line a little tired after their latest effort. Into the corner goes Bates. Bounces up. Oh, and he's just trying to get it out, but can't is Bankert. Here comes Arapahoe.
Oh, I don't like that.
Silas makes the save.
Great save, Silas, to see that through all that
A lot
traffic.
of pressure from Arapahoe here in front. Silas again with the save. Can it get out of the zone? Not quite. Arapahoe still putting a lot of pressure on. This Vail lineup is tired. And up to Ryder. He's going to get it out of the zone all the way over to Weinreich, who I think is fresh out there. So Weinreich with a nice poke check, a really important poke check. Those D still haven't changed. And now it's a 3-on-2. Weinreich to Ryder to Bastien. Oh my gosh! Off the post. It was such a nice 1-2-3. Bastien had the open net. Boy, it was a good shot. It was just off the post there. You could hear it ring from up here. What nice hockey, though, to break out of that pressure from Arapahoe. Here they come, and Roman and Coles are on D. They don't have a lot of help, but Roman doesn't need it. Takes care of that one all on her own. Arapahoe re-entering the zone. And all those nifty moves do nothing if you stay at home as a defender. They can stick handle all they want. They can't skate through you. That's against the laws of physics. Here comes Coles. Good blocker save there from Silas. Banked up ahead by Denton. He's having an excellent game. Bastien gets in the way of that play, and that one. Good poke it checking there, but Arapahoe comes away with it. Roman.
Oh.
Arapahoe playing Silas with an unreal glove save.
Silas Andre Vasilevsky, January. Can you believe it?
I mean, if you watched the Colorado Avalanche last night, you may have just seen something familiar to what Wedgwood was doing last night. Holy moly, guacamole. That was unreal. Silas January with the glove robbery. APB. Stolen away as a goal. Here comes Arapahoe again. They're putting pressure on. They go down there, and Chopko's going to pick it up. They're out there with Boyd and Denton and Roman and Rizet. Denton can't get rid of it. Centering pass. Good play there, and covered up by Silas. Holy smokes.
Wow.
It was a point-blank chance earlier. I wish we could show you the replay. They had it all alone there in the low slot. Silas, like a spider, put that left glove out and just absolutely stole the puck out of the air.
Just great positioning. Came out, challenged the goalie, wasn't far back in his crease, and flashed the leather. Robbery.
Unreal. That's so great.
Big shot block there by Cruz.
January out there with Garvey and Bankert. Rizet now on D there with Roman. Rizet into the corner. It's out to the point. Good puck movement by Arapahoe. They're trying to crack the code, get that puck down in front. That's worked a few times. Worked for Silas January. And now Bankert's skating with it. He's going to bank it up to Garvey. Garvey sends it deep. Pressure from January now. January misses it, but it's out to Garvey. Garvey trying to cut back, and it would have been a great move, but and Nash makes a nice play to recover there and keep that from getting real dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Pass to Garvey now. Garvey into the neutral zone. Cut back is stolen. And Arapahoe, tired, sends it deep for a dump and change. And Bates using that big body to win that puck. Here's Sucic banking it up, but not out. Those outlet passes have got to go to somebody in white, not blue. This time Bankert's going to get it. Bankert in his feet, comes away with it somehow. Now Arapahoe the other way with speed. Good play there from Sucic and Bates to close like a pair of scissors on that chance. And again, that pass has got to go not to blue, even though you're trying to clear it out. Good hustle there from Ryder. Now Bastien gets back up on his feet. Picked up by Sucic. He's looking for Weinreich, finds him. Weinreich down low, cuts it back. Good escape turn. He's looking for his D, but they're on a change. So he just goes the other way with it. Now he finds Ryder. Ryder to Bastien. Good setup here in the zone. We want to see more play in their zone. Weinreich back to Coles. Coles with the shot. Tipped! Oh, just wide. Nice tip from Bastien. Ryder, good puck possession. Taking it deep. Now Bastien, and it's blocked. It's kept in. Ryder just trying to keep it in, trying to keep that play in their zone.
Great
Weinreich
forecheck by this group.
All the way out it comes. Cole's going to get it at the red line, but it's sent deep. Jose picking it up and cross-ice pass to... Oh, and that's out of the zone. Sorry, that was Ryder. This is Weinreich, and it's sent deep again. Here's Coles. Oh, he fans on it. Shot is blocked. Rebounds bouncing, and it's cleared. Weinreich with it now. Weinreich looking for Ryder. Finds Ryder. Ryder's going outside with it. Good speed from Ryder. Ryder gets it poked away, though. Oh, and Denton goes down, so Gourbold will finish this play. Just banking it up. Gourbold looking for an outlet pass, and it's just going to send it on net all the way down. That's a nifty way to get rid of it when you don't have an option. A lot harder to do than it looks. Here comes Boyd. Boyd was trying to sneak around him and instead got taken down. In a fine way, not a penalty or anything. Boyd was off his balance, trying to sneak around the player and couldn't. Now he gets involved in the play over there. Uh-oh, here comes Arapahoe. That was offsides. Shot is stopped. Somehow, Silas January. Just another amazing save. Here comes Sawyer. Sawyer's got Boyd. It's 2-on-2. Good nice low shot. Boyd on the rebound. Another low shot. Looking for rebound, and that was something fell apart there. I don't know if we were on a change or something. All of a sudden, Arapahoe had just another point-blank try. Shot stopped by Silas.
Yeah, just seemed like some long shifts by some players. You know, just not getting those really good, effective line changes. Some guys being out there a little bit longer.
Gotta have
mixed bag of energy out there.
Gotta have quick shifts. 30 seconds, maybe 45. Here comes Arapahoe again. They're only down by 1 with 4:04 to play. Shot saved by Silas. Chipped up to the point. Arapahoe with a shot picked off by Coles. January, Bankert, and Garvey out there. No ice. Arapahoe really cherry picking here. They're looking for that breakaway. Picked off by Sucic. Garvey putting pressure on. Sucic backing him up. Now it's Coles into the corner. Gets it on his backhand. Good look. Gets it to January. Oh, it bounces right over his stick. Unfortunate. Lots of time for Arapahoe to fling one high. Scrap in front of the net as Silas pushes down the defender there. Or pushes down the Arapahoe player. Here comes January. He goes down. Bankert's going to clean up. Here comes Bankert with a big shot. It's off the side of the netting. Bankert with it down low as we're trying to effect a change. So keep holding that puck. Ryder now. Weinreich's in front. Ryder working hard, trying to get it to Weinreich, and the D are on a change. It's a 3-on-2 the other way. Gourbold steps in and blocks. Great, well played. It's so hard to do that when you don't have the momentum to just come out onto the ice and make that play. Bates did a great job doing that. And he wins the puck right there. Bates looking far ice. Hits Weinreich. Weinreich to Ryder. That one is lost. Here comes Arapahoe the other way. Oh, lots of chaos in front of the bench as we go for a change. And it's offsides. Everyone needed a whistle.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Bates pretty much all season. He doesn't even think twice about blocking a shot. I don't even see a wince or anything. He just doesn't think twice, and he blocks a lot of them.
That's a really good point. All right, here's Ryder trying to send it back and get it to Rosé. 2:20 to play. Vale still up by 1. Uh-oh, Arapahoe picks it off. Centering is high, and so Ryder sends it up to Weinreich. Weinreich skating it up through the neutral zone. Now it's a 3-on-3. Oh, Weinreich fans on it, gets it on the second try. Ryder's going to go in and ends up sending it to Arapahoe. 1:57, under 2 minutes to play. Roman and Rizet. The toe drag goes nowhere because Roman has seen that way too many times to withstand, to put up with it, basically. Here goes Ryder, up to Weinreich. Weinreich finds Ryder. Now it's a 2-on-2. Bastien's with Ryder. Ryder with a big, dangerous shot through the defender. A rebound from Bastien almost goes in. Good, dangerous shot selection there by Ryder, using the defender as a screen. Here's Coles on D. Coles steps in, makes a great poke check. 1:20 to play. Third period. Weinreich. Coles gently using his body. He gets pushed down hard from behind. No call. Coles comes away with it. And then Chopko's going to wing it all the way around. Oh, and in the way of Weinreich is the ref. And we are going to get one here on Arapahoe with under a minute to play. They've had enough of number 13's misdeeds.
Hey, we love it when the frustration gets to the better of them, right?
So now, under a minute to play on the power play. Got to play defensively, think defensively, but also be on a power play. Kind of a weird mental state to be in. It's going to be Bankert, Boyd, and Garvey out there with Roman and Coles. And it's to Boyd. Boyd to Coles. Big shot is off of Bankert, who was taken down in front of that puck. Oh, and there's an elbow from behind. Bankert to Roman. Off the side of the net. Boyd now with it. Gets, bouncing puck. Now Garvey's going to pick it up. 40 seconds to play.
Yeah, just pin them in there. Don't even let them pull their goalie.
Nice pass selection there. Oops, and that one's... Oh, man, that's an absolute... How do you not call that? I know there's 20 seconds left, but my God, that was away from the play, intentional check in the face. They're going to pretend it was a collision. Here goes Roman. Round the outside, 15 seconds. Bouncing puck, Garvey, and it's out to the neutral zone. Boyd's back there covering. Boyd is just trying to kill time. He's going behind the net, 5 seconds. Smart play by Boyd, just trying to end the game. He flips it up and out. Well done. Vail played one of their best games I've seen them play. That was excellent.
That was a great game.
How about Silas January back there?
I mean, for me, I got to give him the star of the game. Number one star for sure. He came up with some massive saves at some big key points. That one halfway through the third, I think Arapahoe was like, what else can we do?
That the goalies can get into the head of the other team, and Silas did that. He gets mobbed by his teammates, and of course by Dory, who's first one there to kind of tackle him, rub his head. And I believe we just took out the number one seed, did we not? I think they're number one.
Hey, this is a big game, confidence-wise. I mean, they played the way that they needed to, start to finish. I was really happy with the aggressiveness on the forecheck. They didn't really give up too much, like, in the middle of the ice. They, Arapahoe did get their opportunities, and when they did, Silas was there just to kind of slam that door shut.
And we possessed the puck even under pressure, right? Instead of reacting to that pressure by whacking the puck up the ice or just losing possession, we're shielding it, we're taking our time, we're looking up, and we're getting ourselves open so that whoever does have the puck has an outlet pass to get to.
I mean, the hot potato was less than 3 today.
Yeah,
which I think is amazing at Pee Wee hockey.
That's totally. Right on. Well, we'll see. I don't know when our next game is. We'll find out soon, but I'll be there. I can't wait. And thanks, Jason, for joining me. Liz, thanks for working the camera.
It's separate. It's either 3 or 5.
Okay, 3:30 or 5, we think. All right, thanks for joining us, or more likely, thanks for watching the recording. Unless you're crazy enough to be up this early.